Alright, I've started drilling this copper lug that has to go on the back of the alternator, which is the same as the battery post right there. Actually right there. Supplies the computer. So where am I going to put this tripod so you can watch me drill this? It's easy to drill because it's soft copper. You try and drill steel and it just twists into an unrecognizable mess as it wraps around your finger or something. Go slow because you don't want it to snag and it'll just twist into a big mush ball. You don't want it to grab. Oops, starting to grab. Backwards. Oh, there we go. Well, that drill is precariously perched. The new batteries, the lithium-ion batteries, they've rounded the corners. Whoops, unzoom. They've rounded the corners so they tip over. Stupid. There. Clean that up with a little bit of dressing with the file. And there's our shavings. Gold dust. Blood diamonds. So here's all the remnants of my rear alternator bracket. Chunks of it. There's where the bearing was bearing. Yep. Chunks. Mangled. There's the upper strut that used to go like that, but not anymore because the upper mount is much deeper. It's not better or worse, just the way it is. So there's my weld. I'm gonna put the battery cable on now. I don't know what. It's got a boot here that would indicate that it didn't have a battery cable on the alternator originally, because it doesn't fit over both. I don't know. Maybe something's not quite exactly original here. Do know? Put my belt. I'm going to put this down on the ground because it's going to tip over and crunch something. Not my mangled grill. Crunch. I took off the idler pulley when you weren't watching, and I polished it on the buffer. It had a good amount of surface rust, was actually pitting, surprisingly, but salt here is just vicious. It attacks every single thing metal. And while the truck was sitting at Pisser's shop, it was full of salt from the drive out there. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Maybe I'm imagining things. But I don't like that. Looks like the belt is going that way. I'll crank it up in a minute. Alright, let's put everything away because the wind is picking up and the rain is starting. Yeah, we had an awfully dry summer, but those days are gone. It's supposed to be a hard frost on Friday. Uh-oh, I just took the battery away. That means the door is going to start swinging. Let's crank this baby up. Yeah, Turbo Weasel. Gotta love it. And see if it either blows up or charges like crazy. Crank her up! Oh yeah, she's charging like crazy. It hardly ever went past 14. Used to be just below 14. Now we're supercharging. Of course, you don't want to overcharge. Recommended rate of charge by GM is 13.8 to 14.2. I helped some kid yesterday. His battery went dead in a Mazda something or other. Battery looked like brand new, but it was 4 years old and it was charging 14.2 once we boosted it. I didn't make a video. This alternator charges 80 to 100 amps at a slow idle. I'm going to put one in the Blazer, and it uses a different kind of plug. So I bought an adapter plug for 20 bucks to adapt the newer style 2000, like what they use that alternator in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, to the GM plug. Yep. Adapt 70s, 80s technology to late 80s, early 90s technology. I got the alternator over there, but I got to get to work. I got a floor to fix. So I guess all that work is worth it. As far as my belt alignment, I don't know. Missing a nut down there. Yeah, one nut is missing. Who are you calling a nut? I'm missing a nut. Let's see you use that toilet brush again.
What did you just say?
I want to see you use that toilet brush.
Before that.
Who are you calling a nut?
And after that.
I don't know, I forget.
I'm missing a nut.
The only loose nut is the one behind the wheel. Hey, did you hear these are recalled, these Toyotas?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the...